it's Lucia, master trainer for practitioners who want to become EFT, practitioners who want to use EFT in their lives to improve their lives. And I'm also an EFT practitioner myself, of course, who works with people who have chronic pain, chronic discomfort, who want to improve their lives, their relationships, specifically to their relationships to their partners, their children, their family members, or people who want to grieve, who need grieving because they lost a very important person in their life, or who've actually never really grieved for a parent they've lost, maybe in the childhood or even recently or 10 years ago. Sometimes grief can really fester if we don't address certain things and emotions. They can't stuck and they change our health, and they can, such as resentments, because grief isn't always sadness, because that's sadness and grief, for example, aren't the same thing. Anyway, I'm actually here to talk, to answer a question, and the question was, what is the best time? The best time to tap, and the answer is probably, if you've got the time, is always now. Like everything else in life, now is actually the only time. But of course, if you can't, because if you're at work or you're in a public place, I do discuss in my where are the tapping points video, I do discuss these finger points that I don't use in my tap along videos, but those finger points I use in public. So I would have my hand on my lap or something, depending on where I am, or and I would just tap through those finger points, which is basically the same as going through the top and down the sequence that you might be familiar with. But if you don't know anything about tapping points, do search for that video that I have on my channel. But when is the best time? I think, and I know, establishing a routine with EFT and tapping is probably the best. And I do set myself reminders a lot. And I also set myself reminders, even specifically about tapping specifically on something. And I often take my tapping while I go for my evening walks. And that is sort of a routine. And then when the evenings get darker in the winter time, then I would probably set my timer then to do it in the morning. Morning times are really good. It's just really having those this half an hour sometimes, or these 10 minutes makes a difference, 15 minutes makes a difference, and even 5 minutes makes a difference. But it's really good to set yourself a reminder and actually establish a routine. So any time is good, but it's also important to have a set time for it. And then just, form that habit that, no matter what, you do a little bit of tapping. And that has worked for me in the past. And it just, with any other habit, it just takes a little bit of, determination and consistency to get into habit, because it's going to be worth it. So I hope this was helpful. You will see me in my next video.